B-Marsh Boxing was happening in the world. So you gotta give this man, Regis Prograis credit, man. Them fellas at least stepped up to the man Dereck Chisora, you know what I mean? Dereck Chisora who came up, he was looking like a hater at that press conference. He looked very immature when he was trying to basically crash the press conference between Regis Prograis and Josh Taylor for their fight for the World Boxing Super Series final. You know what I mean? Yeah, Dereck Chisora is a heavyweight contender, but at the end of the day, how he came across like some thinks he's better than what he actually is. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, Regis Prograis and Josh Taylor have been in more world title fights than Dereck Chisora has in all these years. Dereck Chisora has been a pro. You know what I mean? And the way he hijacked that press conference and being mad about being put on the undercard of the Josh Taylor and Richards Prograis, it probably could have escalated if the man Regis Prograis wanted that smoke. And he looked like, hey, he was just being reasonable with the guy. But the guy, Dereck Chisora, sometimes there's some people who are just not reasonable. You can't reason with them. They might fuck around and throw a table at you when you basically talking to the man to man on some grown man gentleman shit, you know what I mean? So, like I said, the match Chisora was arguing that him and Joseph Parker on the undercard, you know what I'm saying? And he's arguing that the my bad, y'all. Internet issues. I don't know why shit be acting up lately. But basically the way I left off is to me the only advantage that Dereck Chisora has over Regis Prograis and Josh Taylor to support um, his claim that he should be on the main event. The only edge he has is that he's more known than Josh Taylor in on those sides of England, and definitely more known than Regis Prograis. That about it. Besides that, he definitely ain't even accomplished nothing that these two gentlemen at the 140-pound division have accomplished. You know, some people are supporting Dereck Chisora and saying, "Oh, these little guys." To me, I never looked at boxing like that. I ain't never looked at one division is greater than the other and shit like that, man. I'm a boxing fan, dogs. I even like watching fellas at the minimum weight. You know what I mean? I watched Ricardo Lopez and a whole lot of Showtime undercards back in the 90s, you know what I mean? And he never was really top billing as other guys on Don King stable, Cesar Chavez and Mike Tyson and them. But at the end of the day, I like all divisions, man. And I don't subscribe to that notion that Dereck Chisora and them should deserve to be on the headliner just because they're heavyweights and this, that, and the third. Only thing these two guys have, Dereck Chisora and Richards Prograis, only thing they known for right now is, excuse me, Dereck Chisora and Joseph Parker, is that them fellas have lost to Dillian White. And Dillian White is a guy who can hold his own over there in the UK. He has his own pay-per-views, and he does have commands main event type of status over there at O2 Arenas. That's the only thing Chisora and Parker can bring to the table. That these fellas have been beat by the man, uh, uh, Dillian White. You know what I mean? Richard's Progress says he knows a little jiu-jitsu. You know what I'm saying? And he was going to use that jiu-jitsu on the man, Dereck Chisora, if he had to. Man, I ain't gonna lie. I wish it went. I wish it went there. I'm all for the drama, dogs. You know what I mean? When there's drama popping off outside, if I hear it, I'm gonna look out the window, see what's really good. You know what I mean? If there's drama popping off anywhere, hey, I'm gonna stop, grab my popcorn, and enjoy the show. But Richard Prograis said he know a little jujitsu, and he would have grabbed that man, Dereck Chisora, by the neck. You know what I mean? He definitely would be giving up definitely way over 100 pounds because Dereck Chisora about 250, and this guy Richard Prograis about one fights at 140. And well, it looked like it might have gone there. To be honest, you know what I mean? Because Derek Chisora talking out the side of his neck. You see, Derek Chisora is a kind of guy. I I I I give him credit for being in the ring, not afraid of nobody, and a guy who a guy who's all about that smoke. The way he treated the Vladimir Klitschko brother, slapped one of them, was spit uh spit water from his water bottle all in the man Klitschko face. Shit like that. It's just a guy who's all about. He's ready for that smoke. He glossed me. He glossed me. Got into them altercations with David Hay. Yeah, I mean, so as far as that, I rate him for shit like that. But the man also is kind of delusional, has some homo tendencies. I'm not making this shit up, man. I'm just saying what I've seen from the guy over the years. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, man, just go do your Googles, man. Do your homework, man. Do your research. Go look at that first fight with Dillian White, what he did with that man, Dillian White's head in the corner. No, you see stuff like that. You know what I mean? And talking out the side of his neck, that type of shit I don't like. That homo shit he be coming up with, I don't like that shit. This is boxing. Leave that shit for your own personal life if that's how you get down, you know what I mean? If that's how you give it up, do your own thing. Nobody needs to know about that. But, when he told the man, Richard Prograis, quote, don't get me started, bro, or I'll squash you. I'm sure that man, Richard Prograis, man, probably balled up his fists under the table of that motherfucking presser. And, them fellas, they ain't like that shit, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Derek Chisora is not the number one and number two guy in his division at heavyweight. But this guy is, Richard Prograis is, and Josh Taylor. You know what I'm saying? Um, they're fighting for. There's a lot at stake. When the man Derek Chisora talk about nobody gives a f about the Muhammad Ali trophy. Well, nobody really give a f about y'all. To be honest, on that particular day, we'll watch the fight. But believe you me, I'm more invested in that World Boxing Super Series final. Like I said, man, I never subscribed to that notion about the heavyweights is better and they should get the main event. Like I said, Derek Chisora has a point that Josh Taylor is not even a hot commodity in Scotland. Nobody knows Richard Prograis on the other side of the pond in Europe. Yes, but at the end of the day, there's more at stake in that fight. You know what I mean? You check it. And like I said, if Eddie Hearn decided to make it into a heavyweight main event, I won't cry over spilled milk because guess what? At the end of the day, I'm still going to watch Josh Taylor and Richard Prograis. But I don't think the man deserves that kind of upside or, you know, be given the main event. You know what I'm saying? It's because of how he came off at the press conference. You know what I mean? He came off very immature. You know what I'm saying? Nobody knows you. You know what I mean? Derek Chisora is 31-9 with 22 KOs. Man, he's talking about two undefeated fighters at 140-pound division. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna read you some quotes from the man Adam Smith, the head of boxing over there at Matchroom Boxing. And it's all about Derek Chisora wanting more money. That's what it comes down to. That's what Adam Smith says. And anybody who could hear from the man Derek Chisora's words, that's what it looks like. Because these type of stuff talking about I should be on the main event. You should have fucking negotiated that shit before you came to the press conference. That's the wrong time, wrong place to be bringing that stuff up. Quote from the man Adam Smith. Quote: You've got to love Dereck. He's a great character for British boxing and has been for a long time. He's unpredictable. What he did today was probably premeditated. He wants more money from Eddie. That's Eddie and David to deal with that side of it. What I didn't like was he disrespected the other two, Josh Taylor and all the fighters. Prograis was going to have to have a go. I think he would have tapped on. I think he was tapped on the knee by his guy. End quote. I agree 100% with the man Adam Smith, especially when I said that in my first video how he disrespected Hearn and Regis Prograis. You know what I mean? One thing for sure, two things for certain. Josh Taylor ain't say a goddamn word. Josh Taylor just sat there with his doing nothing. You know what I mean? They're doing a whole lot of nothing. So you gotta give Regis Prograis hard for stepping up and telling that man Dereck Chisora like dog. It's like like what are you talking about? You know what I mean? You know. Richard Prograis basically said he was thinking about it. You know what I mean? Saying that Dereck Chisora is a heavyweight and he knows jujitsu, and he would have grabbed that man, Dereck Chisora, by the neck. You know what I'm saying? Richard Prograis 24-0 with 20 KOs. Josh Taylor's 15-0 with 12 KOs. They headlining it, like it or not. And it's a unification, a fight between number one and number two fighters at 140-pound division for the final in the World Boxing Super Series with the Muhammad Ali Trophy and the Ring Magazine belt on the line. Who's the lineal champ at 140? You see, that's why I never agreed with that man, Mikey Garcia, being lineal at 140 for just beating Limpinets. How the fuck is he lineal for beating Limpinets? How? It only no. This fight actually, to be honest, should be for the lineal. Or the winner of this fight fighting Jose Ramirez, you know what I mean? Should be also for the lineal. Throw that Ring Magazine belt if you want, but at the end of the day, the lineal title should be also up for grabs, you know what I mean? Prograis said, quote, when I first came out, I was jolly and happy. Then Chisora kind of pissed me off. So I said, we number one and two. Why wouldn't we be the main event? You're not number one and two. End quote. Here's some quotes from the man Chisora about nobody knowing Richard Prograis and Josh Taylor. Quote from Chisora. I'm not going to be chief support to these guys. We're going to need to change that. I'm not going to be chief support. It's as simple as these guys wouldn't sell box office by themselves. So fuck that. So you either give me main event or pull me out the show. No, I'm being serious. You want to put these little guys nobody knows about them on my show and try and mug me off? I'm being serious. You know this is not right. The Muhammad Ali Trophy, nobody gives a F about it. Nobody gives a F about it no more. Nobody gives a F about little guys anymore. They only give a F about the heavyweight game. The big guys in the top 10. The big guys. Boxing is thriving on the heavyweights. So far, you try to give me the chief support of my own bill. That's bullish. End quote. Richard Regis Prograis tells a man, we're number one and two. Chisora replies back, nobody cares about you, bro, to be honest. Prograis says, we're number one and two. Chisora says, don't get me started, bro, or I'll squash you. Prograis says, we number one and two. Chisora says, I don't give a shit. I'm taking the main stage or not. If not, then want more money. End quote. See how childish the man Chisora is with that exchange? All the man Richard Prograis told him was facts. We're number one and two. All the man Chisora could say is, nobody cares about you, bro. Get the fuck out of here, Chisora. Nobody give a fuck about your old French contender ass. Motherfucker got 9 losses. You know what I'm saying? You see, when I'm reading these quotes now, I'm getting pissed. How he gonna tell that man to his face, nobody cares about you, bro? Nobody care about you. You know what I'm saying? This man, Richard Prograis, is coming over there to the fucking United Kingdom, crossing borders, and is happy to come there, and is going for the knockout, talking about he gonna knock Josh Taylor out. You ain't never even stepped foot in motherfucking USA. You ain't never come to the States. You ain't never come bang out with the heavyweights here. You know what I mean? Look at how you fought against the man, Tyson Fury in that second fight, dogs. Man, quit. You got school, got taken to school. Man retired in his corner, got taken to boxing school, got his ears boxed off. Southpaw, orthodox. Man fought with his hands behind his back. Tyson Fury. The man embarrassed you. Ain't nobody ever do that to neither Josh Taylor or the man Regis Prograis. And I can guarantee you this, for their whole career, nobody gonna treat him like a bitch the way Tyson Fury did Dereck Chisora in that second fight. And that's a fact. You know what I mean? Look, man, I thought the first fight with the man Dillian White was a draw. The second fight, I had him slightly up by like 1 point before he got knocked out, and that's on him. All he had to do was win 2 more rounds, 11th and the 12th on my card, and he would have won that fight. But this guy couldn't hold his weight. Got laid the fuck out. Brat! Laid the fuck out. Got stretched. You know what I mean? Got stretched like heroin when you put that B12 in that shit, you know what I mean? That's how they stretch Slim, you know what I mean? So Derek Chisora is definitely out of pocket when he's talking about nobody don't get me started, bro. I'll squash you and nobody cares about you. You see, I'm not feeling that from the man Derek Chisora, and actually he don't deserve to be no main event. The man Josh Taylor ain't even step up and defend the man Regis Prograis. I don't know why. You know what I'm saying? For sure, maybe, Derek Chisora is talking the truth that, maybe y'all need to go fight in Glasgow. Nobody knows y'all. No, look, Josh Taylor is definitely a way better fighter than the man Derek Chisora could ever dream of, you know what I mean? Real talk, man. You know what I'm saying? And if you think I'm hating, no, Derek Chisora started hating. He started talking out his ass and out the side of his neck, trying to negotiate. What the fuck you think Eddie Hearn was gonna break out the checkbook right there at the table and say, "Here you go, you deserve this and that." You know what I mean? Look, y'all put you on the main event. It don't work like that, Playboy. You should take all that shit up with your new best buddy, guy who knocked you the fuck out, David Hay. You know what I mean? Yeah. How about that? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Your manager is a guy who knocked you out. You know what I'm saying? A guy you was fronting like you was a bad man to. At the end of the day, he's the one who determines how much you make in for your fights. You know what I mean? He's the one who determines and negotiates what you're gonna make. So you gotta be humble yourself, Derek Chisora. Calm your ass down. Stay the fuck where you at. Know your place. You're a French contender. What you got in common with the man Joseph Parker is both of y'all got beat by Dillian White. Humble yourself. I heard people talk about the man Derek Chisora deserves a title shot. For what? Still got to do work for beating Spilker. Can he beat the man Joseph Parker? We're yet to see. But at the end of the day, I'm all for Regis Program. I wish Regis Program went to that man's neck with his jujitsu. Be March Boxing. Leave your thoughts and comments. Let me know what y'all think about this man Josh Taylor. Regis Program allegedly was trying to go to that contemplating busting that man Derek Chisora's ass. You know what I mean? Leave your thoughts and comments. If you're new to the channel, please share and subscribe, and I'm gone.